Hi FlossTube, I'm Stephanie and welcome to my channel, Stitch Goes My Heart. For all of you who are coming back, I appreciate you so much. And for any of you that are new and just found me, I'm so excited that you're here. I hope that you enjoy this video. I am a channel primarily about cross stitching, sometimes about punch needle and a few other things, but mostly cross stitch. And so welcome and welcome back. I just appreciate you guys so much. I say it every time, tell you I'm going to say it every time, but it's true. This has been an amazing journey and I love it and I love you guys and I'm so thankful for all of you who have subscribed and followed me. By the way, I hit 1,000. I'm over 1,000 subscribers. I'm blown away. You guys, thank you for the love. I never actually imagined that many people would want to follow me and hear what I have to say. So thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I'm blown away. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, all right, let's get down to it. I have a shout out for my my girl Becca, Sambry Stitches. She just started a cross stitch FlossTube about cross stitch recently, and go check her out. She's awesome. I love her. She lives up in Bremerton and she started coming down. I actually met her earlier this year. Lisa Smith and Lori, textilist, had a meetup up in Lacey, and probably around, I don't know, January or February, and I went up and ended up getting to meet Becca. She was there, and we kind of connected over Instagram and Facebook, and just kind of kicked up a little bit of a friendship. And as time has gone by, we've connected more and more, and she started coming down to the first Thursdays, and I love it. I love seeing her. She's wonderful. She often will bring her sister Rachel with her, who Rachel's a sweetheart, and I guess at the last first Thursday she brought her daughter, and I'm so bummed that I missed that. But anyway, Sambry Stitches, go check her out. She's awesome. I love Becca. She's great. And she has great finishes. Unlike me and not doing the FFOs, she's really creative. So go check her out. Oh wait, Fall Fling. That happened. It happened almost a month ago. You guys, last you heard me, I was talking about being so busy making fobs and floss rings and just that. Yeah, lots, busy. And so anyway, Fall Fling happened, and I'm sure that you've heard a ton about it. I will try not to make this long, but I just want to share my perspective on it. It was so much fun. I love any event like that. I went to Spring Fling and loved it. Fall Fling was even better. Well, and I went to Stitchapalooza, and Acorns and Threads keeps putting on amazing events, and I loved it. It was so much fun. Just so much fun. It was wonderful. And they had a shopping event on Friday night, because it's Saturday and Sunday is the stitching at the Oregon Bar. But Friday they have a shopping night, an exclusive shopping night at Acorns and Threads. And I didn't go for Spring Fling, but I decided to go. Diane and I decided to go down together. And it was crowded. It was crowded, and it got hot. And I get hot really easily, so it was really hot. I have a funny story about that. But while I was there, it was, like I said, it was really crowded. But in walked Java girl, Christy, my girl Christy. And it was so funny because I kind of whispered to somebody, I'm like, there's Christy. And I so badly wanted to make such a fool of myself and be like, Christy, hi. But I didn't. I restrained myself. And I finally went over and I was like, hi. And it was so funny because she said the same thing. She said that she whispered, there's Stephanie. And she wanted, I'm like, it would have been so funny if we had done one of those, like those infamous meadow scenes where the one person yells, ah, and then we ran to each other and hugged, and it would have been ridiculous, but it would have been funny. So anyway, that was so much fun. And it was neat because, I follow Java girl, Christy. I don't like calling her Java girl, even though that's her name. She's Christy. And, I followed her for quite a while, but she's even better in person. She's a sweetheart, and I really, really enjoyed getting to talk to her in person. It was really fun. That was really awesome. And also, while I was at the shop, like I said, I was really hot, and so there was a chair, because it was crowded. There was no sitting room. It was just packed. And they also had in the middle of the table an amazing table of excuse me, Lakeside Linens fabric for sale that were in bags. You could buy it, I think, either by the half yard or the whole yard. And it was beautiful to look at, but it was crowded. And so I was just so hot. And so I was in line, and as we were going, there was a chair. And I sat down in the chair, and my face was just on fire. I was bright red, and I had some gals around me that I had been talking to, Christy and my friend Diane and Audrey Stitchy Witch 42 and just a bunch of people. And the next thing I know, I'm sitting there, and they take their charts. I'm just going to take a chart that's just over here, and they started fanning me. And then someone goes, "You have your own fan club." It was pretty funny. Was pretty awesome and embarrassing and hilarious. So that was super fun. So then Saturday was the start of actual Fling, and it was so much fun. We had so much fun. I ended up sitting at a table with 6 other ladies. That was my table from Spring Fling. And we just decided, I mean, we still branched out. We went and talked to people. People came and joined us. But it was just, it's such a fun table. I love these ladies so much. Actually, it was the same ladies, I take that back. It was the same ladies we did Stitch-a-Palooza with, and just loved it. I just love those ladies, and we just had so much fun. And so that was really fun. So we stitched, you know me, I didn't stitch a whole lot, and what I did stitch, I ended up having to frog. I'll show you what I ended up getting done. It was terrible. I very rarely, I mean, this is going to sound, I don't know. I very rarely have to frog. It's just something that I don't like having to frog, so I take my time to make sure that I don't have to frog. I just don't like doing it, and so I very rarely have to frog. And being in a group and talking, it's just, and the chart was confusing because it was broken up. I'm working on the witch's shoe on Celebrate Halloween, and the shoe was broken up right in the middle, so it was actually very hard to count the stitches because it didn't match up. So I was just having the hardest time trying to figure out what went where for some reason. And so all the work I had done on Saturday and did Saturday night, I ended up having to frog. So what are you gonna do? So I ended up selling some fobs and some floss rings. That was really awesome. I love that. So for all of you that bought some of those, thank you. I appreciate it so much. You just never know. You never know what people are gonna find interesting, if they're gonna like it, but I just appreciate everyone that did it. It's just been kind of fun. Like I said, I haven't decided if I want to do it as a business or not. It's been a fun hobby. It's something that's definitely in my wheelhouse, having grown up making jewelry, and so it's been really fun. I really love doing it, and I just don't know if I'm gonna do it for a job or if I'm just gonna do it for fun, for special occasions, or if occasionally somebody will say, "Hey, you want to make me one?" So it's really fun. So I appreciate everybody who ended up liking them enough to buy them at Fling. So thank you. We had some awesome gifts. So I'm going to try and show you some of the stuff. You've seen this. I know you've seen it. Sorry to be redundant, but we got this cute lunchbox, and it says, "I was a cross stitcher before cross stitching was cool." So true. 10 years old, back in the 80s. Yep. Haven't stopped. And inside of this, we got, I said, package of M&Ms, because acorns and threads and M&Ms go hand in hand. And then we got a cute little decal. And then I won't show it, even though other people have showed it at this point. In here is the chart for the, I was a cross stitcher before cross stitching was cool. One of the things we got to do was a project. Jolynn had done a wool applique, and I haven't finished it. We started it there, but it's a snowman star. I haven't put his eyes on. Margaret did my French knots, and I'm supposed to put the buttons down here, and but I did get his nose sewed on, and so I just need to sew him closed and stuff him, and I even made cording, which was very exciting. So now I have to get a cording thing because I have to make my own cording now. It's amazing. And then one of my favorite gifts is so cool. Janine had asked Marion, who is Caddy Cross Stitches, if she would make some snippities for Fall Fling, specifically for Fall Fling, as gifts. And she did. And it's so cute. There were 2 different styles. One was snowflakes, and this is penguins. And so she did screen printed Fall Fling 2019. And there's her logo, Caddy Cross Stitches. And I'm actually a fan of her big snippities. Most people seem to really like this size, but I love the big ones because I like being able to put all my floss on there. I'll show you what I'm talking about later. But this was so sweet that she did this. And yeah, Marion's got an Etsy shop, and it's called Caddy Cross Stitches, and it's got her cute Patty Fiona on there. And just her snippities are amazing. Go check her out. She's awesome. And she just puts just a lot of creativity into it. She also sells bags, but her snippities are amazing. I love them. I would have them for every single project that I have. I have like 10 of them. I love them. So go check her out. And we ended up doing an ornament exchange. And I know that I had kind of shown before what I was going to be doing. I didn't get to keep it because it was part of my exchange, but I actually printed out what I ended up doing. This is huge. It was not this big. It was very little bit. This is that Bent Creek Betty Boo, and did it with wool backing and just some twine. But it was really cute. And it was funny because at the exchange, I really wanted Jennifer. I had seen it months before, and I knew that I wanted it, and I told her I wanted it. And so actually, this is gonna sound terrible, but when we were doing the exchange, she was helping me. We were colluding. I'm telling you, people, we were colluding, trying to get so that I could get her ornament because I loved it. And she tried so hard to help me get it, and it still backfired. It got stolen from, she actually stole it from someone to steal it so that I could steal it from her, and it would get frozen with me. And before my number got called, it got stolen. It was such a bummer. But funny story, she ended up getting my ornament. So, you know, you just never know what's going to happen. But I ended up getting, it's very confusing because, you know, with those things, you pick something and then something gets stolen and all that stuff. Well, I ended up getting Marion's, and I love it. So I'm going to show you. It's so cute. It is so, so, so cute. Got a little jingle bell. It's on Petty Point, like really tiny Ada. And look at how cute this is. This is so cute. I mean, I can't even tell you, this doesn't even do justice to how cute it is in person. So I had gotten this, and then it got stolen from me. So I ended up picking something else, and I ended up picking, I stole from someone, and I got Shelly, Key X Stitch. She had made this cute little, because it was right after Halloween too, so like Halloween-y stuff. Isn't this so cute? So cute, so little and so cute. I love it. She had made this. She actually made two things, and she made this adorable little stocking ornament. And so I got those from Shelly. But what I didn't know, it was so sweet. Shelly, thank you so much. She actually stole this from me so that it could be frozen so she could give it back to me. So not only did I get Shelly's sweet exchange ornaments, she gave me back this one that I had gotten from Marion. So that was so sweet. Thank you so much. So I really scored this year. I got two things. So that was very, very cool. One of the things I really loved is I met Janine McGowan. That was so exciting. The blue flower, if you guys don't know the blue flower, you got it. She's amazing. I'm so in awe of her talent at designing cross stitch patterns. She's awesome. She was not there to do anything like teach or anything. She was just there as just like we were, but I got to visit with her a number of times and I loved visiting with her. Janine, it was such a joy to meet you and get to talk to you. She's wonderful, and we had some pretty good conversations. It was really fun, and so I'm so blessed that I got to meet you, that I got to meet Janine, and it was really, really fun. That was awesome. I feel a little scatterbrained today right now, you guys. I'm really sorry if I'm kind of all over the place. Right after Fling, I got sick. I got sick really, really not good. And so much so that I actually had to go and have a strep test done, strep throat. I didn't have it, but it was bad. I'm not going to go into any details, but it lasted for sore throat, really nasty sore throat, lasted like 2 weeks. It was ridiculous. And then I think I got a sinus infection too. And honestly, I don't think it's totally gone away because I still have this pressure and it goes all the way to my ear. TMI, I know, but I'm just like, my ear pops and cracks and it's all fuzzy. And that's been almost a month. I mean, it's been a good 3.5 weeks and it's taken a long time to heal up. I don't know what's going on. But because of that, I missed First Thursday for November. I haven't missed a First Thursday since I started going. That was sad. That broke my heart. I did not want to miss. It truly like was really, really sad when I knew that I wasn't going to be good enough to go, that I was too sick to go. It was really, really hard because I really wanted to go. And there were some people who were there who won't be at December's first Thursday, and so I was bummed that I didn't get to see them. Plus I have just little trinket, just a little gift for everybody, and I wasn't able to give them out like I had wanted to, so that stunk. I did get to go to Acorns and Threads the following week though, because Colette, Highway Stitcher, she was in town and she had sent out a kind of like a notification on our Pacific Northwest Stitchers group that she would be in town and be going down to Acorns and Threads to stitch, and asked if anybody wanted to go. And it was a pretty good turnout. I mean, not 6 or 7, maybe 8 of us went down and stitched with Colette, and I just love Colette. She's such a sweetheart. So also, I've mentioned her before, but if you guys don't follow her, go check Colette out. She does beautiful work, and she also does bobbin lacing. It's amazing. She actually gave us, while we were there at Acorns and Threads, she showed us, she brought in some of her lace that she was working on and showed us kind of what she does. It was really cool. It was really, really neat. And then it made me realize that as much as I kind of thought before, hey, that'd be really cool, and I think that might be something that I'm just gonna let her do, and I'm not gonna worry about for myself, because it's intense, but very cool. And so, okay, so I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot of whips. I haven't been working on stuff. Like I said, I was sick, and when I was sick, I felt so rotten that I didn't stitch. I didn't do anything. So I am behind on everything. So it actually makes me kind of go, oh, do you guys want to see a video? I mean, yes, I'm talking about Fling. I don't know. I mean, I hope that I still talk about things that are interesting to you guys and that you just want to hear what's been going on. So this is what I was working on when I was at Fall Fling. This is that Celebrate Halloween. You guys have seen it. I've been working on it. Last time I just had I finished the witch and the pumpkin, and then I've been working on the shoe. Like I said, you guys, I have not gotten much done, but it is what it is. But so yeah, so here it is. So here's my cute witch and the pumpkin and the broom, and here's the shoe. It is almost done. But when I was at Fall Fling, I had done the shoe from the bottom to about here, and I ended up having to frog the whole thing out. That stunk. So, but yeah. So that's where I'm at now. Oh, one of the things I forgot to tell you guys, it was really fun. So we decided, my sweet friend Lisa Gomez, she suggested, she lives down south and didn't want to have to drive back and forth. I live in Vancouver. I'm only about a half hour away if there's no traffic. I wasn't going to stay over because I didn't have a need to. But she said, hey, why don't you stay at a hotel with me and we can, hang out afterwards. And I thought, oh, yeah, that could be fun. And because I wasn't going to, money and stuff like that. And then we talked Marion into doing it too. So the 3 of us got a hotel room. And after Fling was over Saturday night, went to the hotel. Actually, I think we went to dinner with friends, and then we went to a hotel, and the 3 of us had so much fun. We got on jammies and watched FlossTube on the TV and stitched and laughed. We had so much fun, and we stayed up really late stitching. It was super fun. But the hotel was only like 5 minutes away from the bar where the not a bar, like an alcohol drink bar, the Oregon Bar Association. Just thought I'd clarify, because every once in a while when people say we're going to the bar, because that's where it's gonna be, I always kind of go, what? We're going to the bar? Yeah, the Oregon Bar Association. So anyway, it's only 5 minutes away from there, so it was super easy in the morning to just get ready and and head down there, and it was nice. It was really fun. We didn't have to worry about traffic or heading down early. It was really fun. So I digress. That was what I had worked on that night and screwed up, and so that day and that night, and yeah. And I actually started a new project because I have something coming up. I'll show you. I'll share with you something exciting. But in between, I was like, oh, I think I want to do something kind of smaller. This is a terrible picture. For whatever reason, I have a PDF of this chart that I wanted to start, but it didn't come with a cover sheet. So I found a picture of it so that I could show you. But this picture, the way it printed out, is just terrible. It's nobody's fault. It's just very dark. You can't see it very well. But it's called hygge knitting. And I don't know, I can't really explain hygge to you, but it's a Scandinavian thing, typically Danish, but it like is like the embodiment of like cozy. Like it means more than that. But it's like all things cozy and wonderful. So hygge. And so this is her design. It's by Panochka. And I am making some changes because, shocker, that's what I do. I love sheep, as you know, but it's so cute. You can see the lady is sitting on here. She's knitting, and she's taking the wool from the sheep, and she's knitting this very long scarf, I guess. Here's these cute polar bears. I'm probably not going to do the polar bears. I'm probably going to switch them out to more sheep because I love sheep. And as you can see, it doesn't show in the picture very well, but the house is red and dark red roof, and her dress is blue. I'm going to change it. And I'm going to go more winter, and I'm going to do a pretty red dress on her and do the house in blues. And so here's my color palette on my cute little floss ring. I'm not sure how they're going to turn out exactly, but I did have Janine help me kind of pick 3 blues that would go really well. So this is going to be like her dress. This is going to be the snow. This is the part of the gray part of the scarf, and then here's some blues for the house. So I thought it would be cooler and nice to do that. So I haven't gotten much done, but I have that done. So because I'm a middle starter, so I've started, and I just have part of the scarf that's being done on the house there. So isn't that cute though? It's a fun little pattern. So that's really fun. And so I'm not going to show Pride and Prejudice or any of my other stuff because I have got nothing done. But here's the exciting thing. This is one of the most exciting things for me that I've ever been asked to do. I've mentioned Liz Matthews from Hello from Liz Matthews before. She is a punch needle designer. And she's actually a cross-stitch designer. She's the daughter of Kathy Barrick, who is also a cross-stitch designer. But a number of years ago, I think Liz was saying about 20 years ago, she had designed some cross-stitches and released them. And she has decided to quit her job and go full-time in designing. I'm so excited for her. What a leap of faith to go and do what your heart tells you to do. To just create, and that's what she feels called to do, and I'm so happy for her. And so it's very exciting. So she's now going to be re-releasing some of her older designs, creating new designs. She's going to continue doing punch needle, but she's just going for it, and I love it. So proud of her. That could be a really scary thing, and what an exciting adventure that she is undertaking. So very exciting. So here's the exciting part. She contacted me and asked me if I would want to be a model stitcher for her. What? Me? A model stitcher? Amazing. I am so touched that she asked me to do that. And she actually asked me to contact a couple other friends. I picked some local people who I know are beautiful stitchers. I picked Marion, my friend Marion, and Jennifer. Jennifer is a beautiful stitcher and very fast. And so I thought, I think she's already done with hers. She killed it. She got it. She's amazing. So anyway, the 3 of us are working on model stitches for Liz, and it's so exciting. It's so exciting. How exciting is that to have someone want you to be their model stitcher? So, I obviously can't show you the pattern, but Liz did say that I could show you the color palette and what I'm working on. So I'm going to show you what I've gotten done. I haven't gotten a ton done. I have a deadline and I got to get to it. Like I said, it's been been rough for a couple weeks here, but this is what I have done so far. I don't know if you can figure out what that might be. I'm not going to give you a hint, but that's part of the color palette. And it's so funny because I definitely am not a person who thinks that I'm a fantastic stitcher, but I've always thought that I'm a good stitcher. And I like getting my stitches close to perfect. I know I'll never be perfect, but I like having very nice stitches. I just do. Although Anna from Stitch Roadie, she made a really good point. Do you want to be perfect or do you want to be happy? And that is something that you have to make that decision. Because if you want to be so perfect that you don't even enjoy stitching anymore, then you shouldn't do it. Because it takes the joy away. So I want to do both. I want to have stitches that I'm satisfied with, but I also want to enjoy myself. But anyway, because I feel this immense pressure to have good stitches for Liz. And so I'm like, at every stitch, I'm like, oh, I'm a terrible stitcher. I'm a terrible stitcher. I know I'm not. And I'm not doing that whole, you know, where people fish for compliments and they're like, I'm a terrible stitcher, because you want to hear somebody say, oh, you're so good. I'm not doing that. I have too much insecurity to fake and to fish for a compliment when I'm not feeling that way myself. But I know that I'm doing a fine job. I am. But I have that little bit of insecurity that's like, this isn't for me anymore. This is for someone else. This is important. This is going to have pictures taken. And this is something that she wants to try and sell off of. So that's pressure. But anyway, I'll show it to you again. So cute. It has been so much fun to work on, and I am just so appreciative that she would ask me to do that. I mean, how cool is that? I'll show you. I'm so cute and matchy though too. Cute, pretty Southern Linda Jo pretty Southern bag with a matching little bag. Here's the floss colors for this. So we've got. Oh, I am not good at this, people. Sorry, my floss modeling job. I'm not good at it. Some of the colors. Some more pretty. These two, so pretty. And then that. And as I mentioned, I like big snippities because there's a lot of colors. And at some point, I'm gonna have wound up on here all of my colors, because that's what I do and that's what I like. I like having a big snippety. So it's awesome. I just slide it right in my bag and keep it all together. So that has been so much fun. So thank you, Liz. Thank you for picking me. Thank you. I feel so blessed. So that's been awesome. I also got a couple commissions off of my last video. I wasn't expecting it. Like I said, I wasn't soliciting business, but it was nice that some people saw something that they liked and decided that they were interested. I'm not going to bore you guys with anything, but I have to show you this just because it's really cute. So I bought some really cute scissors that are pumpkins and acorns. And I'm like, I need to make myself a scissor fob. And I picked more of a brassy color, but I love that hedgehog I showed you. And I have this cute little acorn and just these crazy funky colors that match that. So I made that for myself. That was really fun. Stitchy Kindness. This is really, really cool. So Darlene, you guys all know the most famous not FlossTuber, if that makes any sense. I saw her recently and she asked me if I would like this product that she had bought. She actually bought it from Not Forgotten Farm, Lori Brecklin, and her husband actually makes these. It is meant for punch needle. Look at this. These are little spools. I'll take this off. See this? And one of these ends comes off. You can take these off, and they're just little spools. And you can use it for anything, really, but it's meant for punch needle, which is so brilliant, because when you're doing punch needle, you really want when you're doing that repetition, you want your floss to flow. You don't want it to get stuck. And so this is awesome. I can wind up my floss that I'm going to be using and then put this next to me for my project and just have it next to me, and it'll just spin as I go, and I can just pull as I go and don't have to worry about it getting hung up. And Darlene does punch needle too, but she just said, you know, I bought this and thought it was really cool, but I'm not that organized. I know I'm never going to use it. Would you like it? And I love it. So thank you, Darlene. That was such sweet stitchy kindness. I love it. So that was really awesome. And then, you know what? I have some haul. I'll just show you the haul. I think I literally have done everything. And if I haven't, oh well. I tried. Okay, so I said when I was at the special shopping event for Fall Fling, they had fabric. And honestly, that was almost so overwhelming because there were so many fabrics. They were so gorgeous. I ended up picking this one. It's a 36 count Sea Storm called Vintage. Maybe I'll take it out. But it came in a bag like this. It's a ½ yard, I believe. And anyway, it's just a really beautiful blue. I don't know if this is doing good justice. I don't have any clue what I'm going to do with it. There were a couple of colors that I was tempted with, but frankly also couldn't afford to buy them all as much as I would have loved to. But it's beautiful, so I did splurge and get that. That was really pretty. And then I got Christmas Scissors Sampler by Nikki's Creations. I don't have all of these, but I'm trying to collect them. You can see there's a Claire. But I love how she does these scissors and then does these motifs on them. And of course, I love this one because it's also sheep. There's sheep on there, so super cute. Love that. I love this Heart and Hand Patchwork Deer. So cute. And Marion had actually, we both picked this up around the same time. And she was working on this at Fall Fling. And it's really beautiful in person. The colors actually in person are almost a little more pink. Maybe it's the dye lot, but it was really beautiful. That was really, really pretty. And then, of course, I had to get all the new releases of the Brenda Gervais. So I got Souvenirs of the Heart. I think this is one, it's the Home for Christmas. And I think this whole thing is supposed to be done 1/1. You don't have to, though. I mean, if you're a person who is scared of 1/1, which I understand, I haven't done much 1/1. Not a whole project. I've done little bits of 1/1, but I haven't done a whole project. You don't have to. I mean, the design is still there. You can still follow the design. And I mean, I don't think that there's anything on here that is really not any like specialty stitches or anything where you couldn't do that. I think you could still do this 1/2 or 2/2, whatever you're happy with. But if you want to do 1/1, that's that. It's so cute. A lot of people have been stitching it. I think it's a relatively fast stitch. So that's been really cute. And I got Candy Cane Lane. So yeah, obviously these were all released because at Amana at the Midwest retreat, everybody had been getting these, but they just came out and they had them at Acorns and Threads, so I had to get them all. Holiday Hoopla, new. I have them all so far. I really like this one, Merry Old Soul. He's so cute. Isn't he cute? And his little snowman stocking holding the candy canes. I love this one, Peppermint Pals. Because it goes, he has his cute little plaid overall shorts. He's, I think he's the boyfriend to the pumpkin. The cute pumpkin girl with the cute buffalo check skirt. I think he's her boyfriend. I'm just going to say. This one is, you're going to be like, what? This is more, it's an Easter one, but it was on the 75% discount. So, and I had always kind of looked at it and thought that it was really cute. It's a, what is that? Fairy Wool in the Wood. Yeah, Fairy Wool in the Wood. Happy Easter. And I don't know why. It's always caught my eye every time I've been at the shop, but I just never dropped the hammer and did it. And then it was 75% off, and I thought, well, now it's the time. And then I talked to you guys about this. Sorry, guys. This is something that's not available yet. My sweet friend, Linda Jo, picked one of these up for me while she was at Midwest Retreat. This is Winter Rose Manor. Is that not gorgeous? I have been wanting this, and I love it. So, there's actually Linda Jo and I are going to do a sal, and I think Bendy is going to do it too. Michelle Bendy is going to do this with us. We have a start date of December 1st, but that's not going to happen. I think Linda Jo knows. I haven't told Bendy yet, because I actually decided to order the called for fabric. It is Dirty Linen by Zweigart, and I ordered it in 36 count because that's what I prefer, and it still hasn't come in yet. So I'm hoping it'll be there for December's first Thursday so I can pick it up and then I can start it then. At this point, there will be no new starts or working on whips until I get my model stitch done. Model stitch takes precedence over everything. But as soon as that's done, I will continue working on my other whips, and I'm starting this because I love this and I can't wait to start it. And I don't know if any of you guys saw Bendy's recent FlossTube video. She asked me to make her some floss rings. So I made her some for 2 different charts. One for this one, Winter Rose Manor. And when I made it for her, I loved it so much that I made it for myself too. So it's got the little rose and the little bird. And so also I have not figured out. So here's what I'm going to do, you guys. I went and I found the colors. I got called for colors, and then I picked out other colors. Maybe from the picture you guys can tell. And this is nothing wrong. Brenda Gervais is a genius. I mean, I love Brenda Gervais. She's up there with, I mean, I have a couple like favorites. Like, you guys know how I feel about Plum Street and Paulette. There's some people who they're just amazing. Brenda Gervais is amazing and she's a genius, but I guess she tends to like browns. And in this, for me, I feel like it screams pinks and rosy colors. And the actual called for colors are very brown. They're almost brown reds, but almost more brown than red. And that just does not sing to my heart. It just doesn't. I pulled them and it does not do, those browns don't do anything for me. So I went and I pulled all the colors, kept a number of the called fors just in case so that I have them, but I honestly ended up pulling other colors. Like I pulled used brick, and I pulled more rosy with more of a rosy hue because that's just what my heart feels. That's what I want to look at. So this is something that I'm going to treasure, and so I want it to be something that I'm going to love the colors. So anyway, long story for that, but I'm super excited to start this. It's going to be awesome. But again, I'm going to finish my model stitch first because that is the most important thing, to get that back to Liz. And also I will be working on the other new thing I will be doing will be the Wizard of Oz Sal, the Owl Forest one that I'm working on. Haven't started yet, but I think we're going to start it the next year, and it's going to be Marion, Anna from Stitch Roadie, Shelly Kieck Stitch, myself. Might just be the 4 of us. I'm not sure. So that's gonna be really fun. And oh, one more thing. I want some feedback from you guys, because I am contemplating making next year a year of Plum Street. That doesn't mean that that's all I'm going to do, but it would be my primary focus. I'm also thinking of combining that with Stitch from Stash, which I know will be hard to do for me and also hard for people that I purchase from, but I bought a lot of haul this year and I'm kind of feeling like I need to rein it in a little and maybe next year take it a little easy on my poor husband. And so I'm probably going to do like anything that's a whip currently, but primarily I'm thinking about stitching mostly Plum Street. And I have a lot of kits that are Plum Street, either ones that I've kitted up myself or club pieces that were exclusive club pieces that I haven't stitched yet. So I have plenty to keep me busy. So here's my question to you guys. I'm just curious, if I make next year a year of Plum Street with some of my whips thrown in and maybe a few, whatever my exceptions to the rule will end up being, and really do more Stitch from Stash and don't have a lot of haul, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about watching FlossTube, videos for somebody who's gonna primarily stitch Plum Street and do Stitch from Stash. I'd be curious to hear what you guys have to think. So yeah, comment away. Let me know what you guys think. And the last thing I want to say before I go is happy Thanksgiving. It's almost Thanksgiving, and my, has this year flown by. But I know that all of us, I'm sure we have all had some rough moments this year. We've had sadness, we've had joy, but I know that we all have things to be thankful for, and what a time to celebrate. So happy Thanksgiving to you all, and I love you so much. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being my friends. I love you all. Thanks. Bye.